Hello, guys. It's We're going a little early today because I am going to go to Busch Gardens with a lot of our friends that are couples that we've traveled with the world and have been friends for 2 decades. And it actually, as always, is aligned with our journey. Victoria Rader, founder of You to Shine on our Worthy Me movement. If you are just joining us, if you're watching selectively, you can get your own journal, and the only place where you see all of these from the beginning is on YouTube. I know Facebook is removing them. And so every day, once we've gone over the structure, we're looking at different parts of it and activate different quotes. So by activating, I mean embodying the quote into the frequency of our daily life. We're on page 89. And 89 is the quote from Oscar Wilde. And Oscar Wilde says, "To love oneself is the beginning of a lifelong romance." So, what does that mean for us and for our worth? It's interesting how many relationships fail because we feel the person does not provide for us and does not meet our needs. And there are different circumstances, and in some of those circumstances the person we're with truly cannot provide for our needs. They might be either unwilling or unable, right? You could be with a relationship where a person is either unwilling or unable, but in majority of the cases we then go ahead and very often repeat the same dysfunctional relationship. And that is because deep inside of us, we are either unwilling or unable to meet our own needs. And so we give power to somebody else, our partner, to do the impossible, which is to fill the gap and to meet what we cannot for ourselves. And yet, the longest relationship you and I are in this life is the relationship with self. And so, nowhere is the connection to your infinite worth is as deep, as nourishing, and as important as in that romance and that relationship. So, if you know me personally, you know I'm an open book. And you saw in the last two lives that I've been a little off because I'm going through a very difficult challenge personally, because a person I love very much in my life is with their free agency is choosing things that are in misalignment in our relationship. And so having gone through the normal shock and disbelief and releasing the feelings, of course a part of me was saying, I've got to cancel everything. I got to zoom in and continue, quote unquote, healing, only to understand a part of my healing, a part of who I am is adventure. Adventure is very high on my list of needs. And so the best thing I can do for me is to continue meeting my needs and not turning my inability or lack of desire to meet my needs through adventure on somebody else going through a journey of their own life, right? Mel Robbins says such a powerful thing. She says, let them, whatever a person is going through, let them. I would add, let them while you love them. If this is a person in your life, let them while you love them without burdening them to be responsible for you meeting your own need. So, as always, in complete alignment, Bush Garden for me with some dear friends later today. What is it in you that is unmet currently that you're waiting for somebody else to meet? What if you could meet that need? Because the truth is, you can. And once you learn to meet that need in the best way you can, the optimistic way might not be accessible. That's okay. I hope that that helps somebody to reevaluate of giving our power to somebody else. Because if we give our power to somebody else to make us feel loved, we're then at their own mercy. And remember, they could be unwilling or unable to meet that need. And then we're constantly feeling uncared for or unloved or whatever story in reality is playing out for you right now. You're worthy of being loved. You are your primary relationship. So in the journal, the step number one, I'm worthy of love, receive the love. And then when it says I intend and send love, send it to you from you, because the first step is receiving it from your creator. The second step then is you could give that love also to you, not just to another person. And another step that I've done for me today is whether you go to I'm worthy of wholeness, because I felt gutted out and felt like wholeness was gone. And so on the left side of the page, I drew a picture of what it felt like. And on the other side of the page, across the bar, just like it takes you through the exercise, I drew the memory that I'm worthy of wholeness, no matter how difficult the situation that I'm going through. And then you put that beautiful arrow to this is my life now. So we've shared a lot, and as always going forward, what I've gotten the feedback on is activating from the app has been very welcome by you. So we're going to go to Empower-Me app. We're going to go to My Freedom, because you're free to love self, and we're going to see what Empower-Me app has for us in store for the activation aligned with this. And what we got is trust the process. Even this is self therapy, you guys. It's been already beautiful. Trust the process. Read and repeat. I now trust the process of freeing my soul. I remember who I am. I invite God into my heart. I lean into the healing inside. I gain strength. I make firm decisions. When I get down, I get up. I look up every time until I'm free. I choose freedom. I am free. If you would like this, for me to witness this as an activation for you, if you're willing, that you're able to reclaim that wholeness of the soul, please think or say yes. Feeling a wave of restoration. Love you guys. And until I see you on Monday, please all remember that you are worthy of God's infinite love.